Hi, welcome and thank you for clicking on this video. I have something that I think you want to hear if you value truth. Over the last year, you might have heard about a group of retail investors referred to as apes or retail or the Wall Street bets or Redditors, however you've heard us referred to as. I would like to present to you our side of the story, a side of the story that you're not hearing. We don't have their platform and we don't have their money to misrepresent and to gaslight the way that they have. My name is Jersey Prophet. I'm a professor of psychology. I'm a state government employee. I work with homeless veterans. I myself am an Army veteran. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I am a ape, if you will. I'm a private investor. And for the past year, I've lived, breathed, and ate this community. I am, for full transparency, I am long on AMC, GameStop, and others. However, I am not here to convince you of anything. I don't want or need you to do anything but hear me out. And if you would give me 10 minutes, I would love to present the other side of this coin and arm you with enough information to form your own opinion. So really quickly before we begin, it's important that you understand that while the retail investing groups, especially those of what are called meme stocks, we share a culture, we share a passionate belief in the companies that we invest in, but there is no we. We are individual investors with our own opinions. I don't speak for anyone else. I speak for myself. I don't speak for my employers. I don't speak for other investors. I am simply one person conveying a view to you. Please do not use it to make any financial decisions. So with that said, let's get into it. Over the past year, you might have heard in various news headlines or on social media or somewhere about Wall Street bets taking on Wall Street, and the retail revolution and meme stocks and all these things. Good, bad, or indifferent, it's been misrepresented. And I know that the retail community can be insulated in our own bubble. And there's good reason for that. When you've been subjected to psychological warfare for over a year, it's natural to form a defense against that. And that's a large reason why I'm making this video, to diplomatically reach out and share a side of the story that I don't think the general public is getting. There is an agenda behind media coverage, good, bad, or indifferent. Nobody set out to take down Wall Street. They did that to themselves. The investors of GameStop and AMC believe in these companies. And if you don't know why we believe in them, that's part of the problem. At the beginning of the pandemic, when the nation shut down, companies were obviously in bad shape. We were quarantining. There is a way to make money in the stock market that is on the downside. Okay? You can make money when stocks go up through a multitude of ways. You can make money when stocks go down in a multitude of ways. It's a normal part of the market. That's a healthy part of the market. No retail investors trying to stop the rules of the market. However, there's also a predatory practice of intentionally driving companies into ultimately bankruptcy. And the reason to do that is that if a company is predatorily manipulated lower and lower in stock value to the point of being delisted, the taxes on the money made on that downward trajectory are not owed. And if illegal manipulative tactics were used to drive it that direction unnaturally, the evidence of that also sort of goes down with that ship. I'm not asking you to adopt or believe our thesis, which, let's see, I'm gonna put, I was gonna say 10 seconds, but this is complicated. I'm gonna put 15 seconds up. Okay, I got 15 seconds on the clock. Through a variety of methods, short hedge funds, banks, brokers, and market makers have illegally manipulated stock. Retail investors caught them. Tug of war has ensued for a fair market. Now, of course, there's far more to explain than just that. But I'm not here to convince you of our thesis. But if you're curious, this information will not be found in articles published by The Motley Fool, Seeking Alpha, Jim Cramer. And I know that it sounds convenient for me to make the following statement, but again, it's all verifiable, that these entities they have financial interests in shaking loose retail investors from this tug of war situation. Now, I've had to sit here for over a year and watch these outlets lie about us, completely manipulate the truth. There was a period of time where articles were saying Wall Street Bets crowd moves on to silver. That was absolutely untrue. Absolutely no one was doing that. I saw 3 articles today negatively covering AMC stock, conveniently coinciding with what's called a short ladder attack. It's the process of selling shares back and forth between themselves for a fraction of a spread, like pennies. Selling them back and forth creates downward pressure. AMC has had, for example, just smash box office success over the past couple of quarters. It's been some great movies, and people, surprise, want to go back to the movies. None of that has any bearing on the price of the stock. The price of the stock is determined by a computer algorithm. It's looking at activity between traders, and it's trying to figure out our sentiment, and it can be manipulated. So when that's back and forth ping-ponging of the price, the computer takes that as an interest in selling. And our actual activity, which is buying, is being parked on the side, is being routed off of the market so that it does not affect the price in a positive way. That's what you might have heard in the news as dark pools. And I'm not trying to convince you, so I'm going to put a pin in that and move on. Who are these apes? Living in our parents' basement, we were referred to as dumb money. We were called conspiracy theorists. And now, according to the Federal Reserve, we're a threat to a fair market. All because we believe in a company and invested in stock. The overwhelming majority of us have been holding this for less than 9 months, 10 months, 11 months. If holding an investment for less than a year in a company that has had all of the companies in question have had an upward trajectory. And we're a threat to the market for investing in that. Well, forgive me, but then what's the point? If the whole system can be broken by participating in it the right way, then it's not us. The system sucks. Now, let me tell you what I've seen over the past year about those people living in their basements. Those people have completely set aside racial, political, socioeconomic, religious, whatever other divisive category that you can come up with. They don't matter. I've seen people on the right, people on the left, and everything in between completely set that all aside. And anytime politics are brought up, it's squashed. We don't do that here. Having seen all of this, it's our belief that we don't have to keep fighting each other. I am so sick of fighting. I'm sick of seeing us and them. But in the ape community, there is no us and them. Not with each other. I don't care who you vote for, man. Just tell me about what you're going to do on the other side of this. They are trapped in a contract that they cannot get out of without the shares that apes all hold 100% of. We're sitting at a poker table. Apes are holding a perfect hand. The opponent is trying to psych us into folding our hand. We have spent the last year educating ourselves. The only thing we have become a threat to, and we have, are lies. We've seen people leave the SEC and go to work on Wall Street, and then go work for the DTCC, and then go back to work for the SEC. We've watched this. We've watched rules skirted for the rich. We've watched companies get destroyed. Only a day has passed without an article disparaging GameStop or AMC, but notice they can't give you a reason why. And notice they don't care if you lose your money in any other stock. Of course, I'm a trader. I have other holdings. I lost money in several today. I don't see any articles begging me to exit my position in those stocks, but they're very, very concerned about what you hold, what your investments are. And the simple answer is because they have a financial interest in opposition to your position. What you need to know is that these are ordinary people that have thus far stood their ground because they believe in a better tomorrow. Whether or not you choose to look into our thesis on naked shorting, on dark pool abuse, whether or not you believe in the future of AMC as a company or GameStop as a company, you have to agree with us that a fair market for everyone is a good thing. That's why we do it. And for all this Lambos on the moon, I can tell you as someone from the inside of this for over a year, I have lost count for all of the posts about paying off parents' mortgages, giving money to the community so that businesses can start, reigniting people's dreams and wishes and hopes. All I ask the outside world to do is remember that They have a louder voice, but that doesn't mean it's truth. They don't understand why, with streaming technology, anyone would want to go to the movies. Well, streaming music exists. I still want to go to concerts because that's an experience. They don't tell you about the absolutely incredible and revolutionary change of business model that GameStop is currently going through. And it's pretty exciting as a gamer myself. But what they also didn't anticipate, we're a generation of gamers. We grew up challenging ourselves, overcoming obstacles, not giving up, finding a way, but always persevering. Sorry, Mario, the princess is in another castle. Fundamentals? Well, how about 6 million people that believe in a company that refused to sell that stock under any circumstances? I feel very confident in my investment. So thank you for your time. My name is Jersey Prophet. If you would like to, subscribe. There will be more videos coming. Also, if you would like to, find us on Reddit. We're more than happy to have discussions with anyone because the truth doesn't have to hide. The truth doesn't have to be a one-sided conversation. Good quote. The truth is like a lion. It does not need to be defended. Set it loose. It will defend itself.